here at Kajun Reseller, you give me an offer and I'll take it with no problem. I got an offer. I got the dollars. Let me have it, please. I got the dollars. Let him have it. You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let him have it with no problem. Let him have it.
Hello, I'm here. Thank God. I was going to type that. I don't know what's going on with this thing this morning. All kind of little minor technical difficulties, but here we are. Good morning, hello, and welcome on this Monday morning, December 28th. Hello, and welcome each and every one of you. I hope you enjoyed the morning view of the new intro countdown. I plan on doing more different things throughout the new year coming. So hello, and good morning. The first person that gives that pie point today is Miss Marion. Hello, and good morning. Peter, hello, good morning, and welcome. Well, Troy got second place. You still have time for the rest of the month, and there's a couple of videos that don't have any pie points taken yet, so you might want to search and see which one they are. But hello and welcome. I'm glad to see here you back home too, by the way. Good morning, hello, and welcome to Kathy's Corner. Hello, Kathy. Good morning, hello, and welcome. Robert's in the house this morning. Hello, and welcome. Let's see who's next. That was my little comment. Susanna's Chronicle. Hello, good morning, and welcome. Good to see y'all this morning. There's the mailman at the front door. Dad's Vintage Garage. Hello, good morning, and welcome. Marion, I like the music. Well, thank you. Good morning, Donna from Flippin' Frozen. Hello, good morning, and welcome. Miss Wendy. Hello, good morning, and welcome. Drift Thrifters. Hello, good morning, and welcome. Let's see. Moon Goddess Treasures. Hello, and welcome. As well as the Flipping Accountant. How are you doing this morning, Justin? Good to see you. Also in the house this morning is Larry M. Hello, and welcome. Just to let everybody know, this is going to start a whole new week with some good things happening for the channel. If y'all haven't checked out the thumbnails for the week, yes, you have not seen wrong. This Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern, we are bringing back myself, Queen Cleopatra, and our other co-host will be Susanna's Chronicle. Starting this Saturday, the Royal Auction is back in business and back online, ready to go this Saturday, 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Set your reminders, don't forget. Also today, I have been working on and finished. I have to just download it into YouTube. It will be a giveaway video that I reached last night while I was in January House's auction last night, and I hit 702 subscribers. So look out for the video. It is already put together. I already have it downloaded. Now I just have to upload it into YouTube after the show today, so you can find out how you can be eligible to win of 3 different prize sets of my 700 sub giveaway, which will be giving you the rest of the week to get everything you need to get done. And that will be the next Monday. That would be January the 4th is when the giveaway will be given out on the live show. So further information is in the video that will be coming out after this morning's show. I'm looking at trying to get it out by no later than 2 o'clock this evening. Pushing it no more than 3 o'clock, but I'm shooting for the 2 o'clock slot to where it can come out. I might even do it as a premiere, but I don't want to do it that close, so I might just come out with the video. Let's see. Hello, and good morning, Miss Carol at Carol's Creative Corner. Hello, and good morning. Simply Dana, thank you so much. Good to see each and every one of y'all. Hello, and welcome to Dana. Jennifer, hello, good morning, and welcome. I was watching a lot of your videos this morning, so trying to catch up on the few that I did not see. So hopefully that helps you with some watch hours. Wendy says, congratulations. Thank y'all so much, because it wouldn't be for you, this would not have happened. And so it's a great milestone. And let's see, did you get my email? Oh, Wendy. Simply Dana, Larry, Carol, everybody saying good morning. So yes. So yeah, that video will be coming out this afternoon, no later than hopefully by 2 o'clock. So keep an eye on it, because everything you need to know about what I'm going to be doing for that 700 sub giveaway will be in that video starting today. So let's see, I will join your live from 2021 on Thursday. Oh, cool. Okay. That's right. You're getting close. Closer than we are. You're right. Let's see. Congratulate. Thank y'all so much. And again, it's unbelievable how I finally hit it, but the point is, it's because of your love and support that you come to each video I do, every live we do. So it's just a great honor to be able to reach that milestone already. And so looking forward to the next milestone of 1,000. And that's when I'll do the bigger giveaway. So definitely looking for that video. Good morning, hello, and welcome to Glenn Swamp Picker. Hello, hello, and good morning, and welcome. Well, this morning I woke up, it was 21 degrees, and I did wake up at about 4:15-ish. And as of when I went live now, it is, let me see my update here, 30 degrees. So it's getting up there. So yeah, definitely had a great weekend. And for those who haven't seen it yet, I did put out another cooking video yesterday. And I filmed another video yesterday. So in the future, you will be seeing more videos. And the one I did yesterday actually was something I used to do back in New Orleans. And it's going to be a video that I made on breakfast biscuit basket. BBB. So that will be coming up pretty soon. And that'll be one of my next videos coming up. And so don't forget to look out for those. Don't forget to subscribe to that. And don't forget to hit notifications so you'll get the when I do put out new videos. So how was everyone's weekend? I have some exciting news too. This Saturday, Robert and I went to, I thought from what the way the title of the building is, with the business we went to, it was a flea market. And when we went in, it looked to me like it was more of an antique mall. But the best thing about it is a lot of the places in there were having sales up to 50% off. So I was able to rack up on a lot of good stuff. And so amazing, a lot of it was new and packaged too. So that was amazing to see. So that video I'll be working on to come out this week. So I definitely need to put that video together and show what I did find and what I bought. The video came out really well. That's the first time I actually go somewhere in an antique mall where the video did come out with no problem. Whereas the last time I did it, we're gonna have to go back because I would love to get that outside of the building, had a large machinery of a carpet making machine and outside that antique mall we went to. So I'll definitely have to go back and get another video of that. Hello, hello, and good morning. Good to see Mr. Gate City Pickers. How y'all doing this morning? So good to see you. Happy holidays. Getting close to seeing that 2020 in our rearview mirror. Where was it, Robert? You're gonna have to help me on that one because I do not remember. It was south of here for sure. I know that. It was like an hour-ish away from us. Hello, hello, and good morning, and welcome to Paul. If you haven't seen, he did put out a recent video about 5 or 6 hours ago. And he did a nice little video on what he bought at, I believe, picking up auction items, from what I understood. Don't forget to put your links in the chat. That way you can have others come and check out your channel. If you don't have content, don't forget you can also put your platform of where you sell at. It was called Palmer, Massachusetts. That's where we went. And it was really nice. I was really surprised. Again, I'm thinking it's a flea market type atmosphere. There was a few booths, just like any typical antique mall, that was pretty cluttered. So it was hard to get in and out. But I had a good time. I really enjoyed myself, and Robert and I went, and it was a pretty big building. So yeah, I was able to pick up some stuff, and we'll definitely have to go back again, check it out. So yeah, it was a good little weekend this weekend. And then I did my video this morning for, yep, it was a Yankees flea market. That's what it was called. And so when you think about it, you think, okay, I'm going into a flea market, and it was more of an atmosphere of an antique mall, which is wonderful. Very clean, very organized, and I loved it. And of course, they had the arrows, and I wore my gloves because that's what I always do that when I go out somewhere in public like that. And it was nice to be able to get out and do something for a little while. So I was able to make a video with it. We are on our way to Crazy Cowboys in South Carolina. What? Hello, hello, welcome and good morning to Miss Joyce. For those who just came in before when we first started, if you haven't checked it out, I do have a new intro countdown that starts the videos this morning. And so every time you come in, you want to check it out. It's at the beginning of the videos now. And I hit 700 subs last night at 7:02. So starting this evening, when I put out the video, starting tonight on Bingo, the contest will start and it'll run all week. So definitely check out the video that I will be putting out today at 2 o'clock so you can see what you need to do to be able to be eligible to win. And that video will be based on all the information that you need to know, and it will be taken care of next Monday on January the 4th. Today, Harry Tornado. Wait, say good day to Harry Tornado and P2P. Yeah, Harry Tornado did another couple of videos this week and we watched. He did a couple of shout outs. He's been doing some shout outs to channels, so I'm not sure what that means, but did I miss anybody else in the chat? Let me make sure. Before I forget, let me go ahead and put the link in the chat. That way anybody who would like to come in, before I go too far and forget, here's the link, and let me pin it. There we go. Yeah, I had a weird bad start this morning. I don't know why. I did everything, reset everything, but it was a weird starting this morning. So, but at least we got it taken care of. It worked itself out, so that was good. Let's see here. There will be a Crazy Cast Boys. Hello, hello, and good morning to Funky Fluffy. Hello, good morning, and welcome. So good to see each and every one of y'all every morning. So what is everybody's plans for the day? I actually got a lot of it done already this morning. I produced the video that I want to get done for today. That will come out this afternoon around 2-ish. Celebrating the 700 sub giveaway that I'll be doing. So it was nice to be able to hit that last night. It was a combination of Miss Carol's channel and January House is where I basically hit the majority of my last numbers I needed. So that was pretty good. And then Willow shared out the channel last night as well on an auction she was in or went to. So that's going to be pretty cool to see. And that's why I'm going to be doing the giveaway the whole week. And then doing the drawing itself or the giveaway on the 4th of January. Also, if you haven't checked it out, make sure you do check out the thumbnails because we do have back in demand. Back because there was a demand for it. Everybody kept asking me about it. And so after getting all the details together, we will be having the Royal Auction back in play on this Saturday, 2:00 p.m. Eastern with Queen Cleopatra, myself, and our new co-host, Susanna's Chronicles. So definitely come on and check it out. I'm Brad. Hello, hello, and welcome. Good to see you. I think I got to say it all at once. Paul is going to South Carolina to coach, but he might be seeing Harry Turner. Oh, okay. I got it now. That was a moment. White squirrel. Yeah. Well, thank you, Brad. Also, don't forget tonight, I will be doing the regular 5 o'clock fun night, bingo night. You got to be there because that's where the contest is going to start. Make sure you watch that video so you can see what you got to do and how it's going to go. And tonight I will be having a couple of extra giveaways because it is the last Monday of December. And I did say every week on Monday that I will be giving something away extra each week. Even though you may win bingo, you'll have another chance to win extra stuff at the end of the bingo. And that will be our last this week. And then, of course, Friday. Don't forget, there's a couple of videos out there that did not get any comments yet. So you do have an extra 2 videos for sure that do not have any pie points taken yet. And then the rest of the week, you'll have a chance to. And then come Wednesday, after the show Wednesday, I will be pulling all the names putting them on a wheel. And then the drawings will be done Friday morning in the morning show, giving away those pie points. And if anybody wants to come in and promote something you may have going on your channel, the link is at the top in the blue box. You're more than welcome to come in and speak about it, talk about it, promote it. Not anymore. Let's see. Carol said 7 o'clock Magical Monday with Dawn Blandine. Oh, that's right. I can't wait to see that one. I saw that Blandine is going to be on auctions with you tonight. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Eyebrow. We'll call it. Ouch. Good morning and welcome, Bluegrass Picker. Hello, and good morning. How are you doing today? So yeah, we've been getting more. I got more packages coming in, and hopefully I get all my inventory picked up from the last couple of weeks. A little delay in there, but that's all right. Good morning, hello, and welcome, Mr. Jesse in the house, Clear Thrifter. Hello, and good morning. Good to see each and every one of y'all every day. Also, don't forget this week, I will be still doing our morning show as normal this Thursday, New Year's Eve, and this Friday, New Year's Day. I do have all those thumbnails out, came out yesterday, as well as the new intro that I finished yesterday, putting it into StreamYard for the new countdown for the show. Now I'm going to be working on some more thumbnails for next week, of course, just to get those I've been enjoying using Canva. I really like doing that in there. It's very easy to use, so I'm enjoying it. And also, if you haven't found out yet or haven't seen it, I did put out another video yesterday on the smothered potatoes with bacon and sausage. Let's see. I'm definitely joining New Year's Eve from the future. Yeah, that's right. Because you're gonna be one day. You're gonna be actually already in it before we get there. Punisher, I'm glad to see you back, and also glad to hear that you're back home. I hope you and I hope and keep you in my thoughts and prayers for a speedy recovery. Hopefully everything goes well for you. I know dealing with the back is not fun, so if anybody does want to come in, the link is at the top in that blue box. You're more than welcome to come in, talk about your channel. Also, don't forget, after bingos on Monday, Dana does a continuing game night. So definitely check that out. And then also don't forget, bingo will be a regular bingo. Plus, at the last game, we do a speed round. Seems like everybody has been enjoying it, and I'm glad that we are able to do that. Well, hello, and welcome. Gate City Picker, waiting for to come in.
Hey, Johnny, how are you, buddy?
Having a little spinoff right here.
Uh-oh, spinoff.
Paul, Gate City Picker. Come on. Work your way in. Internet's having an issue this morning, I see. So, yeah, don't forget to check out Dana's channel after the show of Bingo. That she will continue game night after that. Again, Dana, don't forget to put your link in the chat. That way everybody can make sure they're subscribed to you, because I think you just hit 500 this weekend as well, so that way you can continue the game night and have everybody with the link. Why are we having issues with internet? I didn't know. Game tonight. There's the link. So double check and make sure you're still subscribed. Come on, work with us. It's been an issue this morning, even when I first came on. I did my live Saturday night. Yeah, I heard about that. Sorry I missed it because it was kind of late and I already went to bed. But I did hear it was good. All right, let's see if this one will work. Let's see here. Having trouble connecting, the off helps. There we go. Oh, okay, you came in at... What's up? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Paul.
Yes, which one?
Blurry in your video.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were Paul, too. At first, I thought it was Paul trying to come in with Gate City Picker and stuff on, but he's having issues.
Yeah, it looks like he's on mobile, so it's going to be a little...
Try to see if I can bring him back. It's not helping. So how you doing? What's going on in your end of the neck of the woods?
Well, nothing. I've got the remainder of the year off, so I was able to catch you this morning, and you put the link out there. So I said, well, why not come in and hang out with the Kajun reseller?
That's right. We do
Cajun
this
roots.
every morning. Promote your channel, promote anything special you have going on. If you have any particular platform you sell on, you're more than welcome to speak about that as well. And that's what this is about: networking, collaboration. It's almost like a morning coffee conference,
Right.
but it's free. He keeps popping in, but it's not letting them come on. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think mobile on StreamYard, sometimes it'll bounce them in and out because it's not very strong. If they got a really, really strong connection, they're fine. So
yeah.
And I've just been last couple weeks here been trying to push forward. Nate and at Everyday I'm Hustling, and Anthony at Pittsburgh. We've been trying to get our card auction off the sports card auction off the ground here. We've gone it 3 weeks now. 4 o'clock on Sundays. Rotate between the two of their channels. I don't have the sub count for it yet, so you want you guys to know, of course. See, looking in the chat here, looks like everybody I see in the chat is probably subbed to one of those two guys. So,
yeah, usually they are. But always make sure you put your link in the chat so that everybody who may not be subscribed to you can also subscribe to you as well. I also want to say hello and welcome to where did it go? Let's see. Justin Blandine, hello, and good morning. Don't forget this evening or tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, Blandine will be on with Miss Carol at Carol's Creative Corner on her auction tonight. So definitely check that out. That's his link. All right. So yeah, make sure you drop your links in the chat. Make sure that you can help each other by subscribing, but also making sure you have the notification on of all notifications when something comes out on a video. I like to make sure when you do put your links in the chat that I am still subscribed to, because I noticed lately it disappears. Why, I don't know. I try to watch everybody's video when I see them come up, but it still happens. So, and there's Paul's link to the Gate City Picker. So if you haven't touched his channel yet, definitely do so and check it out and show him some love and support. So how you said y'all have been you've been doing those cards now for how long?
Yesterday was our third week in a row.
Okay.
So kind of, if you into any type of sports card, it's the three of us. We kind of rotated around. Anthony will go for a little bit, and then Nate will go for a little bit, and then I'll go for a little bit, and we just have a wide range of stuff. If you like sealed product, Anthony's got a bunch of sealed product he usually puts up. Nate's got some higher end stuff. He's got some stuff that is slabbed or from graded or something like that, if you know those terms. So he's got a little more higher end, if you're a higher end, not really a higher end collector, but not looking for just base cards or raw cards. And then I've got a bunch of raw stuff that I do. I do a lot of box openings I've actually got two channels. I guess I should drop the second channel in there, but I do a lot of box openings and stuff like that. And so I sell a lot.
Is your 300 sub?
I see that, so I appreciate that.
Definitely.
So I just opened some product this morning, and I pulled probably one of the 2 or 3 hottest rookies. If anybody knows about sports cards, Joe Burrow is one of the best rookie quarterbacks this season, and I got a Tua as well, and a Justin Herbert. Sorry, find my camera here. So these are some of the. Where's the Tua one?
What's the first one you showed?
It was a Joe Burrow.
Oh, okay.
Joe Burrow is the Cincinnati's quarterback.
Herbert's breaking all the records.
So, and then there's the Tua. So those are out of the product open today. Those are the 3 best rookies that you could pull, other than some short prints or parallels of those 3 guys. So I'm pretty happy. Santa Claus thought I was a good boy this year, so he put some cards under the tree. So,
yeah, I've bought. I want to say a couple of weeks ago they did an auction with Mama, Nate, and Anthony, and they were doing a lot of little small lots of some cards that they even had in the hard plastic. And I was able to pick up on some because I do want to try it out, but I didn't want to go and buy these boxes that like everybody was pushing it when they all came out at one time. But we never had any in our stores locally, so I couldn't find any. So the best way for me to get started is by with a couple of little smaller lots and see how it works out, and see how it goes.
Right. Well, and that's kind of it's like anything else. In our reselling game is you just got to dip your toe in the water. It's not for everybody. Just like selling jewelry is not for everybody. My wife sells a ton of jewelry. It's not for me. I'll tell you that much. My eyes aren't good enough to read the little stencils on the stuff like that. So
that's what's great about having a lot of magnifying glasses and eye loops.
Right. So yeah, I have eye loops, but I've got I've got all kinds of them, but sometimes I just can't see that stuff very well. So
right, that's why I carry one with me everywhere I go.
Right.
We're having issues coming in. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I'm assuming Paul is probably headed to, he says, a liquidation center. There's one just right outside of Charlotte. So I'm assuming that's where he's headed, because I think he said
actually earlier he said he was on Highway 95.
Oh, okay.
With the exception of not good driving north.
Yeah, he must be headed up into Amazon Liquid. There's a big Amazon liquidation center just south of Charlotte. So.
Oh, okay.
So
now, do you do Amazon?
I am in North Carolina. Yeah, I do Amazon, and I've got a bunch of small Amazon, like those guys who buy the return pallets, and then they have those bin sales. I got a bunch of those people around. So, but yeah, I do Amazon. Let me edit that. I attempt to do Amazon.
I want to say hello, and welcome to Miss Charlotte Toilet Girl. Hello, good morning, and welcome.
So who's this guy? I don't. Drift.
That's Nate. He's from the UK. His screen name is Drifter Thrifter, but his name is Nate.
Hey Nate, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Yeah, him coming in.
I keep going in and out too. I don't know what's going on
internet they have gone on issues.
Yeah, something's going on really weird there.
It's having behavioral issues this morning.
I was wondering how many.
Well, I was fine before, and then I had a little hard time getting on to start. But once I got in, it was okay. He was from Australia. I'm sorry. Yeah. Well,
yeah, he sounds Australian. I was going to say that's not a UK accent.
I forgot that's where he's at. Yeah, I'm trying to remember where everybody is located when they come to the chat. Sir. Not easy.
Before I just.
So, what you have going on this week, and what are your goals? If you set any goals for the week, or what you're looking forward to accomplishing?
You talking to Nate or me? Well, I guess
Nate's not on right now.
Nate dropped off.
Yeah, it's just you and I.
Yeah. Well, one of my goals this week, since I'm off for the week, is to figure out what to do with this just stacks and stacks of sports cards I got laying around. I got a little unmanageability going on right now with it, so I got to get it somewhat organized, things like that. I also too, I tend to do this every year. For my regular job, take the last week or 2 weeks of the year off, and I need to get out into my warehouse and do an inventory. I hate running across, a buyer buying something and then not having it. So,
right. I know one thing you got to be careful of, which I've caught myself at the beginning when I first started. Say an item sells and then they don't pay for it, then it gets back to you, and they automatically relist it, and you don't know for sure, especially when you start out, did they do it or do you have to do it? And then it asks you, do you want to relist it? And you go to relist it, and then you got two of the same product.
Right.
And so you always got to make sure, I always check now to make sure that it did go back live on my account before I actually go back and relist it if that's the case. Ball cards don't make much money unless you buy raw and grade it. Selling plush can make you some more money, honestly. Yes, I noticed Chris over at the Kajun Reseller. He does a lot of plush. I'll see. Something ain't working at your end. I don't know what's going on because I know you kept sitting there and you kept spinning. That's all I know. I did reset everything this morning before I started, so I don't know what the issue is today. I wanted to ask Paul, has any cards of this year the main man, Josh Allen, MVP?
If I have any, yeah. As a matter of fact, I have one I just pulled out today somewhere. I'll go through some stacks of stuff. See, Bluegrass's comment there about selling cards is his first love. That's actually how I got started on eBay many, many years ago. I started selling on eBay probably 2000 or so, maybe a little bit before then. And I started selling cards. eBay was a double-edged sword back then. It brought, you could make a lot of money back then on sports cards because it brought it to a wider audience rather than just shows and things like that. But then also too, not only could I sell, but you could sell, and your mama could sell, and your daddy could sell, your grandma and your cousins and everybody else. And so it flooded the market. And if you got in early, you could make some good money. But as more cards got posted on eBay, the value started dropping. So
too much flooding.
Yeah, I mean, inventory, basic economics, inventory versus demand, and you know, kind of rolled the prices back down a little bit.
So how long have you been selling?
I started, like I said, like 2000 or so. But it was more kind of a hobby then, just to, sell cards, buy cards. And then I got into doing some antiques and collectibles when I moved. Here where I'm in North Carolina, pottery is a big thing. Handmade pottery, things like that. Lucked into something called devil face jars. If you're from the South, they're just, even if you don't know nothing about devil face jars or something like that, just go ahead and comp those in eBay. But I lucked out, got a big box of a bunch of those. Wasn't necessarily an auction. It was just somebody was kind of said, "Hey, make me some offers on some stuff out of the newspaper or something like that." And I knew there was some value in it, but I didn't know that much value. I bought a box of those jugs for like $50. There was like 8 of them, and promptly made about $4,000 off of them. So I was like, "Hey, I like this," and then there was a little bit better return on it than selling onesie-twosie sports cards. So that's kind of how I rolled into it, and then it was just kind of off and on. I did some clothing for a while, and then got out of it, and then just kind of stayed focused on collectibles, but more of which just kind of a side gig. Hey, it's nice, get to, like everybody else, go to a flea market or swap meet or rummage sale, something like that. Find something, and within the last 2 years, met my wife now. But back then, she kind of pushed me more. She's like, "Hey, you're really, really good at this. So, why don't you focus on this and put some more effort into it?" And essentially, her and I started a business together, full-fledged business license, and we've been doing Amazon, eBay. She focuses more on clothing now, jewelry, shoes, things like that, and I do more of the hard goods and things like that, as well as Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Lucked into a booth at a flea market too, so go down there every once in a while when we're not busy. And mainly got it because it was a good place to store, over inventory, overstock. But then, bored one day, you can go in there and pull some tables out, sell some stuff. So
Now, when you first started, were you actually collecting the cards, or you just started?
I started collecting when I was a kid, and moved out. I grew up in Southern California, around Anaheim, is the biggest city kind of nearby. If anybody is from California, they know where Brea, Fullerton, Yorba Linda, kind of that area. And then I moved here in 94, 95, somewhere around there. Drug them along with me, kind of put them in, storage for a while, or just kind of drug them along, moved a bunch of times. And every time I moved, I drug them along. And then I can't remember. I think we decided to clean here. About a year or so ago, maybe a little less than that, decided to clean out our regular storage building and, move everything down to our flea market storage building, and then found a box of cards that I somehow made it into that storage building and not back at my other house. And it's like, well, let me go through these. And then because I had been sitting in storage for more than, 10 years or so, some of the stuff, not real value, but still had some value to it, and kind of got back into it. So I've been not refocusing, but kind of getting back to my, reselling roots, and kind of reinvigorated reselling again.
Yeah, you have to try to test things out as you go to see what really works. That's one of the things I like about watching other channels. Like, for example, I was watching a channel the other day, and I seen an item that they picked up at a garage sale. And a Saturday when we went to this flea market, they had one just like it, but it was sealed. It was never open. And I got it for under $8 because it also had a 30% or 50% off in that booth. So that was really nice. And then I also got a hold to a VHS rewinder, still brand new in this original box, still wrapped with a cellophane around it. So that was an awesome find.
I find that if you can get them pretty cheap, any type of themed ones, like it's a race car or something like that. Disney made a what do you call it, a series of them where they're different Disney characters of the rewinders. If you find them themed,
really?
those are pretty well collectibles as
right.
well.
Paul, you got a question here from his name is Nate. He was trying to come in. Do you ever find any Aussie football cards at the shows, etc.?
I'm guessing he's talking about rugby. Maybe, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
But maybe. I've never found any rugby cards. I don't even know if they make rugby cards. I know they make soccer cards. Soccer cards has actually, along with Pokemon cards here recently, the newer versions of soccer cards and Pokemon cards have just absolutely blown up lately.
And I've been hearing that. And the funny thing about it, last year I did, and I've been putting it off because it's a lot that I have to go through on it. But I did have a nice box size of all of the Pokemon cards. They were in albums and everything, and I haven't got a chance to go through them yet. But I'm glad that I hear that the numbers are going up for that because of the fact that I do have a lot. So
a tip on that is I believe it doesn't matter. Download an app called TCG Player app, and it's got a scan tool in it. And if you scan the card, it will give you a value.
Oh, TG Player.
Yeah, TCG Player app. So if you scan the card, TCG Player.
Okay. All right.
Let me double check that, make sure I'm telling you that right. But yeah, it's got a scan tool in it. Now it's based off the value that they'll pay you for it.
Right.
But if you see that they'll pay you $3 for a card, then you can go on eBay and see what you can really get for it.
Oh, okay. I want to also welcome in the chat this morning, Backroad Bitter, Mr. Chuck. If you haven't watched his videos this weekend, he had a lot of different videos and things he won that he did a video on. So definitely go check him out. Melissa Cape, hello, and welcome.
That's it right there, TCG Player.
Okay.
And it comes up automatically, as you can see, with the scan tool.
Right.
And just scan it. And then down here at the bottom, hold on. See, this is all the stuff that I've scanned recently. Like if I found something, you'll see right there, you'll see they'll pay you 20 cents, 19 cents, 25 cents, or whatever it is.
Right.
But if you go through there and like, here's one here right there in the middle, it'll say, because that one right there will say $6.81 is what they'll pay for it. Right. So what I did is take that card directly to, I pulled that card out and looked it up on eBay and found out the real value. So it kind of helps you cut through like these ones here, these 30-cent ones or something, 5-cent ones. Don't waste your time looking that stuff up on eBay because, how long does it take you to look up a card on eBay? It takes a few minutes. Cuts through kind of some of the garbage, and then you can see that $6 card and that $3 card. You can,
you have a better chance with those.
Yeah. Well, it helps you cut through some of the I don't want to say not so desirable, because then you could just lot them up, the nickel cards or whatever like that. Then you can lot some of that stuff up and make a $5 lot or something like that.
Right. Nate's asked, have they had cards here? Wait, they have had cards here since the 70s. So yes, we can have them. I wonder what that's about. Maybe somebody else made a comment. Oh, here we go, right up here.
Yeah, TCG.
Never rugby units. Can't stand rugby union. Let's see. Bluegrass Pickle says 1999 Shadowless Pokemon. I'll have to check into what I got. Like I said, it was all free. Last year I went to a citywide neighborhood. Actually, it was a countywide neighborhood garage sale. And I wound up picking up on these where on the side right next to where I went. It had a big old box full. And it said take free, so I took, and they were all in packs and those little keepsake little sliders you can put them in. So I wound up getting a lot of them. Robert says I have to scan some of my own mid '80s baseball cards and a little disappointment. Oh, back to work.
Yeah, in the '80s, and I think anybody who kind of monitors cards, Bluegrass I think is a card guy too.
Yeah.
In the early '80s, about the mid '80s or so, the card companies at the time, Topps, Don Russ, Bowman, they're all separate. They're all kind of under one roof now. But Upper Deck, all of them, they saw the collectability of their product, and rather than kind of staying with the way that they were making cards, they mass produce their cards.
Right.
Produce their cards to the point where they have no idea exactly how many cards in each set in each series they actually made. I mean, they printed cards in the triple in the triple millions. Hundreds of millions of cards per set.
Right.
And so it's known as the junk wax era. So I'll say some call it as early as 84, but solidly by 87 through about the mid 90s into 98. They just mass produced cards and cashed in on it, and it's just really, really, really overproduced. So there are some values in there. There are some cards in those that are valuable, but very few and far in between.
Well, like where to go? Bluegrass Picker said that that program's only for the Pokemon, Magic, and I don't know how you pronounce it.
Yu-Gi-Oh, I believe. Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah. Like
Yu-Gi-Oh. But again, as I was saying, and I looked, I have a train of thought here messed up here somewhere. Where it went?
Yeah, I wish they made an app to scan sports cards, but there's probably, I think there are like indicators on those types of cards, those magic cards and stuff like that helps with it.
Well, one good thing about it, even if you don't want to have to take the time, because it sounds like it's going to take long if you go through eBay or any other platform. But if you use this for those particular cards, that can help you, like you were saying. Definitely limit your time on what you have to work on when you're trying to find out the value of some cards. Hello, and welcome to Virginia. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And Brew Glass says the top 87 for the 7 million yarn. That was a lot.
Yeah.
And you see a lot of those antique malls too. I really got to write entire comments. Paul Wonder.
Yeah, he's looking for rugby cards. I don't have any rugby cards or anything like that. We don't. Rugby's not a national or even a small time pastime here in the States. So
right.
Mostly we find baseball, football, basketball. That game they play from Canada with the stick and the puck. Hockey.
I also want to say the Lone Star Picker, that's Louie and Lewis, tonight have their Mindful Mondays. You may not want to miss this one because he's got What the Hell's on his show today as a guest. So you might want to go check it out. And Louie, don't forget to put your link in the chat so everybody can go and hit that reminder, because that does come on today at 4 p.m. Eastern, right before bingo tonight. Let's see. Sports cards change too quick to keep up. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Also, too, it's also kind of, if you have to pay attention to the sport too. You've got to, you got to kind of be a fan of, football or basketball or baseball to keep up with the players. Because you need to know the difference between Stephon Diggs and.
I can see you. I didn't realize you were going to show something.
No, that's fine. No, it was just more of an example. You have to know the difference between Stephon Diggs and Tia Tuagaloa or however.
Right.
You just have to know the names. It's like, how do you know? It's like, because that's the main question I get from non-sports card people is, how do you know what to collect? It's by paying attention. It's the same thing too with anything else. How do you know what to buy and sell? How do you get into reselling? Well, you go on YouTube and you watch videos of people, doing reselling, and you see that. You see the same thing like we were talking about, people who buy, VHS, rewinders. So, when you see a VHS rewinder, to pick it up. Same thing with sports.
Okay, if you don't mind, I have to go upstairs real quick. I have somebody at the door, but go ahead and continue, and I will put my camera off because that's our Arkin guy.
Oh, okay.
And the dogs are going ballistic. So I'll be right back, but you can go ahead and continue talking.
Oh, okay. No problem. Yeah, but it's the same thing. Like I was saying with sports cards, if any you want to get into it, it's one of those things you got to kind of pay attention to the sports because that's how you know what players to pick up and things like that. Yeah, you could go into YouTube and watch videos of people who collect sports cards and pick those things and kind of know the names. But what happens is when a player comes out of nowhere, meaning that they have a good game or they have a good season or a good few games, their values are attached to it. It's like stocks. Business has a good game, has a good quarter, their stock goes up. Player has a good season or has a good few games together, their values go up, and to either post them or even try to buy into them. To, of course, if you're in the investing front. I guess we'll sit here and wait on Johnny to come back, unless somebody has any other questions or anything like that. Yeah, it's the Thrifter says hype pushes player up. That's 100% correct. One that I give my buddies Nate and Anthony a hard time about is that they got hyped on Kalen Horton-Tucker, which is a Laker. He had a couple good preseason games, and a couple other players tweeted about him, created a hype around him. You know, a bunch of people ran out, bought a bunch of his cards, and guy spends a lot of time on a bench here in the first few games. He played a lot last night, only because the Lakers blew out it was the Timberwolves by 30 points, but still, you know, crunch time, he spends more time on the bench than he does in the game. So you got to watch the hype, though. You got to watch, you know, fake hype and things like that. There's some social media people who coin themselves as card experts, and they don't know what, you know, how's the best way to say it? They'll say something about a certain player or a particular player, and because they have millions of social media followers, they'll run out and, you know, people will buy these cards, and creates this fake inflation on some cards. And, you know, it's, you know, you got to watch that type of stuff. Just because somebody, you know, with, you know, millions of subscribers says, go collect this guy, doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, you should go out and collect that guy. Does anyone make any money on cards? What was that? I missed that one. I'm sorry. Something about Marvel cards. Does anyone make any money based on comics? Yeah. The Marvel ones from the 90s and especially the late 80s, those are pretty desirable collector. I just I just sold a complete set of Marvels from the 90, I believe the 92 series. I sold that for like almost $45. So if you can get a complete set together, you probably got something pretty good. Larry M is asking for if I'll sell any Gavin Lux. Yeah, good luck with that. I'm not selling any of my Gavin Lux. That's one. I'm a Dodger fan at that, as you can see here. On top of that, also too, he's a very, very promising upcoming player that I believe here in the next couple of years, his card values will rise. Looks like the Dodgers are going to make way for him to get into the starting lineup. So I will be holding on to all of my Gavin Lux cards.
Yeah, I like the comment where I saw right here. I think it is. Most people will never sell the player when they're hot. That's when they're definitely not making any money with the cards, and that seems about the logics to it too.
Well, it's the same thing like I was saying with it's like stocks. You want, of course, you want to sell it at the highest point. You know, you want to catch it before, you know, that value starts to drop back down. Sports cards is the same thing. And you know, I look at stocks and sports cards and the same thing. You gotta, you know, if you are into, you know, because there's different breeds and different types of people who do sports cards. There's the plain good reseller. He'll, you know, break open a box and just sell the cards individually and, you know, make some money at it. And to me, that's a real tough way to do reselling on cards. Then there's me, who's the collector, and I collect, you know, certain players, certain teams, and things like that. But then, you know, then I will sell stuff off to make money to buy the stuff that I want to buy.
Right.
And then there's the straight investors who only buy, you know, slabs or graded cards because they're trying to, you know, catch it, you know, early, catch a player early. They'll buy raw cards. Like, if I were to put up some of these, you know, rookies like this Tua or the Herberts, who are the two of the top two rookies, as long with Burrow this year, you know, they'll buy those cards to send in to get graded to companies like PSA, SGC, and BCG, which are the top three grading companies.
Mm-hmm.
However, you're going to wait, you know, because of their backlog. We've got group submissions that we do, but we've got cards there that have been there since August that we haven't even got any movement on as far as coming back to us. So
Oh, wow.
you can wait a while for that type of stuff. So
were you able to answer the question from Susanna about Tom Brady cards?
what do you think about Tom Brady cards? Early Tom Brady cards, of course, are what you want. You want his rookie card and things like that. This year's cards, because he is in a different uniform, he now went from, of course, the Patriots to the Tampa Bay. So it's Tom Brady in a different uniform. They're not valuable, but they are desirable. You know what I mean? Because it's just something different, if you are a Tom Brady fan. Especially now, I did pull a Tom Brady in a Bucks jersey out of something I opened today. So, but yeah, you always want the rookies of any player. Well, not any player, but any top player, you want their rookies.
I want to say hello and welcome to Wings of Love. Hello, and good morning. Nate asked the question, do you like or watch Jabes?
Oh, Jab's family. Yeah. He's a breaker, which is a different way to make money in this sports. I'm not a huge fan of breakers. The way that breakers do is that they'll buy. I'll just reach over here. They'll get a box of cards like this. All right, and then in the NFL, I believe there's 32 teams. I believe it is, and then they'll sell spots for a team. So you'll buy, say the Cardinals or the the Bengals. You'll buy a spot, whichever team it is, and then he opens the box with the cards, and then whichever the cards that he pulls, if he pulls a card with your team, then you get those cards. So that's what Jabs does. He does a lot of that type of stuff. But he does a lot of high end stuff. I mean, like he's spending, several $100s on boxes that, are, things like National Treasure and things like that. And to me, those are really tough to get into. If I'm going to spend $200 on a spot, there's a chance I might not get nothing. You know what I mean? Right. So it's tough. So he does a lot of high end stuff on that. There's better breakers to watch. BITG breaks is one that I kind of watch. I don't get into a whole heck of a lot of YouTube breaks. I mainly find cheap breaks on eBay, and there's all kinds of people who do breaks. So, yeah, and that's another thing I was just getting ready to talk about too. What Bluegrass just said, some of that stuff waters down the product. Some of the breaking does too. But it's good if you hit something. If you hit a really, really good card. If you hit that autograph. One of my buddies, Tedster, he doesn't do content or anything like that. I think that was his name. Anyways, he bought into a break, got 2 spots in it, and hit the 2 best cards, in the series, in the set, which is a Luis Robert autograph and another autograph from another top player. I don't remember who it is, but I mean that I think he paid $20 for each spot, so he paid $40 and ended up with almost $600 in value in cards.
Put down 500. They were cheap. You definitely gotta know what you're doing when you do that, because that's a gamble you're doing.
Well, yeah. I mean, because right now, last year, the break to get into was the Mosaic basketball. And
all right, I'm gonna move my computer real quick because we have our Arkin coming to do our regular spray, and he's coming through right now, so I'm gonna mute for a minute.
Okay. Yeah, well, the break to last year to get into was the Mosaic basketball, and the ones that went for, people were spending several $100s to buy the Pelicans just to get a Zion card. And then the next one after that, I believe, was Dallas, because they wanted to get a Luka Doncic, or then, down into, whoever, John Morant's team and Trae Young. So the kind of values kind of went from that down. And then the Lakers always go high because, they've got, LeBron James as well as Anthony Davis. So then you get into the football breaks, and right now everybody's trying to buy the Bengals, the Chargers, and the Dolphins because they want Tua, Burrow, and Herbert. So you just got to know the teams, and you got to know the players that you're hunting for. Yeah, a base Zion in that brand, Drifter Thrifter, run you about $40 or so. catch up here in the chat. I think I'm a little behind on the. Which Jefferson are you talking about? Van Jefferson? Because there's Van Jefferson and there's another Jefferson in Minnesota, I believe. Looks like Johnny's having some issues with his internet, so wish I could do a little song and dance to entertain y'all, but I don't sing and I don't dance. Yeah, Justin Jeffers, I believe, is Minnesota. So yeah, he's another one. Now, Drifter, I'll give you a little clue, a little hint of where you are. If you could find somebody, on eBay who sells internationally, based upon the time zone that you're in, you could probably snag some colored Zions pretty cheap if somebody doesn't know, or because a lot of the stuff that I don't want to say a lot. There's a good amount of times, like I'll wake up in the middle of the night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, can't go back to sleep. I'll pull out the old eBay app and look for people who are ending auctions, here in the U.S. at horrible times, and you could probably snag a lot of stuff. We call it sniping, because people don't know people who resell. If you're going to do auctions, you want to have it ended sometime Sunday afternoon. Because that's, it's going to give you the most exposure. You start at Sunday afternoon, you're going to have at least, Sunday afternoon, all of the week, and then into the weekend for people to get eyes on your product. People don't know they'll start an auction, late into the, in the middle of Tuesday on a, Tuesday evening or Tuesday in the morning. They don't know the auction game to know when to start there and have their auctions end. So. Auctions that end at noon. Yep, that's where I got a lot of my move. Yep, exactly. Well, there you go. So about sniping. You do the same thing. Look for U.S. sellers who end their auctions at 4 in the morning on a random Wednesday, and you might be able to snag something real, real good. So. You got to move away from the buy it now as you roll into the to bidding, and you can snag some stuff too. And a little insider secret here too: eBay is not the only place to buy sports cards. There are multiple other places that are not, not your local card shops or something like that. There are multiple places on the internet that have auctions and things like that. Now, after my auction yesterday, I watched 2 auctions online and spent a good amount of money, but I got a lot of value because they're just lesser known auction websites that people don't really know about or spend a lot of time on. So, and that's seems true for any product that you want. If anybody here in the chat is, into coins or jewelry or anything like that, eBay is not the only place to, participate in auctions. You can go and look at a lot of other auction websites. You could search a lot of them by, location or, even the types of products you want. So don't just look at eBay. Also, too, eBay is not the only place for you to have an auction. All right. There are other auction sites that are actually a lot better than, eBay for some things. So. It's 2 days in a row I've seen Mr. Justin Jacobs. He popped into our auction yesterday. What's up, Justin? Good to see you, buddy. Jumping on and looking for Johnny. Johnny's having issues with his internet. I'm actually surprised we're still going here. So he'll be back on as soon as he gets his internet back working. So I'm not sure. It looks like he's trying to reboot his computer. Now, I don't know, Drifter, Thrifter, maybe you can inform me. I know they make UK versions of baseball cards. Do they make UK versions of sports cards in your area? I'm not too knowledgeable about that type of stuff. I know the Jabbits, if you watch Jabbits, he opens a lot of, foreign, not foreign, but, other country. But a lot of times it's UK or Europe. But I don't know if they make cards specifically for Aussie or Australia. So I just came in to say hi for a little bit and talk, and looks like I end up having to host the show here for a little bit, put on a little entertainment thing. So we got, looks like we got 22 in the chat, only 17 thumbs up. Let's help Johnny out here. Let's hit that thumbs up button for him if you're dropping in by. They do special Aussie envelopes of prisons. What does that mean? Envelopes or packs? Like packs, like these type of packs? Is that what you mean by envelopes? My Durant was from one of those $500 packs for 2 cards. Yeah, no, they call them envelopes. Okay.
I'm back.
Hey, Johnny. I tried to keep him entertained for a while.
I was listening on my phone, and I kept trying to get in and get back, and it wouldn't let me, so I had to reboot the whole thing.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, I got you at least one thumbs up. It went from 17 to 18. Wow. So at least I didn't get any thumbs down.
Yeah. I'll look at it this way. If I get a thumbs down, that means I made it, because there's going to be somewhere somebody's going to like something, or just do it just to be spite, which that's okay.
That's all right.
Yeah, I've been trying to watch at the same time on my phone, which I had no problem. So I had to restart the whole thing. So it seemed like it came in clearer this time. Let's see here. You kept it up real good, Doc. I can tell you that much. A very good topic today. Let's see. Did I miss something? Justin Jacobs. Hello, and welcome. Good to see you. Sorry for the inconvenience of this internet issues, but I'm looking.
Hey, look, I got you up to 20 thumbs up now. See?
Cool. Thank y'all. Emily, hello, and welcome. Good to see you. Yes, don't forget tonight to put your links in the chat, because y'all have shows coming up. I know Louis and Lewis both have a Mindful Monday, and today their guest is going to be What the Hells. So definitely check that out. Sorry about that inconvenience with the internet, because that was a crappy little thing there, which I haven't had in a while. So I was just wondering, because I did reset everything before I started this morning. But where it went, I didn't see it yet. StreamYard's a little slow this morning. The Bargain Effects, Tommy 2.0. Hello, and welcome. Good morning. Don't forget this Friday, January the 1st. Check out Tommy's channel. He has his, he's going to put up updates on the Masked Singer YouTube style. He's starting this Friday. So check it out. Aaron Proctor. Hello, and welcome, and good morning. Let's see here. So for just another recap for those who are just coming in, don't forget tonight, or actually this evening, we will be having my 5 o'clock bingo. It's a bingo fun night. No, it's free to play. You do win prizes when you win bingo, and that will be at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern. And today at around 2 o'clock, I will be putting out a celebration of 700 sub giveaway. In that video, it'll tell you everything you need to do on how to be able to enter and get the information you need to have it ready for next Monday. So it's going to be a week-long, like a scavenger hunt kind of thing. So hopefully you get to check it out and get the instructions on what you have to do for the giveaway, which will be on the January the 4th in the morning show. And also don't forget this Thursday and Friday, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, I will be still going live as usual as planned. Also, if you haven't checked out the thumbnails this week, I do have Back by Demand, the Royal Auction this Saturday and every Saturday thereafter at 2 p.m. Eastern with myself, Queen Cleopatra, and our new co-host, Susanna's Chronicles. So definitely come and check it out. Keep picking name, Paul. Trying to remember. Yeah, I keep getting you mixed up with who's the other one? Isn't there another one similar to your name?
The one and only, as far as I know.
No, it's Glass City Picker. That's what I'm thinking of.
He's somewhere in Pittsburgh or New York or something like that. Him and Buffalo Picker, they do a show together.
Right, really. And that's what I kept thinking. Every time I see your name, I kind of get y'all to them, and they don't focus in on the first part of the City Picker part.
Right.
So, first of all, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming out and supporting the channel like you always do. Again, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, but also make sure you are still subscribed, because we know how that's been happening lately with everyone with their subscribed to channels. Don't forget to put your link in the chat for anything you may have coming up special if you do contents on your YouTube channel. Also, if you don't do the contents, but you do have other platforms you sell on and you'd like to promote that, please do so as well. Remembering, the more eyes you have on your platforms that you sell on, the more chances you are to sell things. And so don't feel like you don't have to. You're more than welcome to drop your links in the chat. So what are your new goals for the year? Have you made any new goals yet?
My new, well, hold on one second. I'm sorry. I'm answering.
I'm looking at this way. I'm not going to do it as a, what they call that again?
Resolution.
Resolution.
Sorry,
I never call it that. I just basically still do my goals weekly and what I want to go in the future.
Yeah. Right now, more personal thing, personal wise, which will then help business wise, is we are trying to get some debts paid off and move into a bigger space so we have more room for our inventory. I really have, and I think most of the resellers can relate to, I hate tripping over my inventory in my own house. So we're trying to, looking at some debts and things like that we can get paid off and get off of our, off of our credits and stuff like that.
Right.
And either move into a place that has, a very large size storage building attached to it, or find a place that has enough land to build our own. So
right.
That's kind of, so it's a twofold thing. It's a personal one as well as a, business one, because both of them, of course, will help out.
That's a good thing to strive for too. Robert asks us a question: has anyone experienced a post-Christmas bump in sales? I have not. I haven't had any sales since right before Christmas. I've been hearing this thing about the items specifics that you have to make sure you're doing before the first of the year, because they will drop off if you don't take care of that. So I had like 580 something that I had to do. Right. And I did it all in 1 week, and I got them all done, but still I didn't see any increase.
Yeah, and the best way to do that is what I've been doing. Well, let me say this. What the best way for me is, I try to at least list 10 listings a day, new listings, unique ones. Mm-hmm. I try to relist or delete and relist 5 listings. So I got 5 of my oldest listings I take down and then relist, and then I try to do at least 20 item specific updates a day. And that way I don't look at, like you said, I've got right now probably over 400 that I still need to work on, but it's not as a daunting task, because I think more than anything else than sales and listing, I think eBay looks at movement on your site. Are you doing stuff within your site? Are you changing prices? Are you changing the descriptions? Are you adding the item specifics to kind of push things up? Right now, I'm more fearful with eBay is returns, especially on stuff that has not arrived yet. As we all know, the Postal Service has been horrible for the last month or two, and I'm really I've been really concerned about people returning things because it didn't show up on time. Or something like that. So I at least get one or two a week somebody who opens a case because the item hasn't arrived, and it's kind of like I want to yell back at them, what do you want me to do? You know, I put it in the mail. I put it in the mail the day that you bought it or the next day. And, you know, the postal service has it. I can't make them deliver it any faster. So
exactly. I want to say thank you so much, Flippin' Frozen, for that update. I last heard it might have been the first of the year, but I did not know that they extended it to the February month. Again, still, it's something you have to take care of in your account, or no matter when it stops or when they're going to end it, you still have to make sure you update your account with all the items specific. Right. So why not don't wait to the last minute, because then you don't want to losing those listings. But also,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
And another thing I want to remind everybody: don't forget, this is the last week. Wednesday will be the last day that you can claim a coupon if you have any coupons for your eBay store. If you don't use it, you will lose it, because come January 1st, you'll have a new coupon in your store. So remember that. It's always nice to get your supplies with it. So
eBay makes it real easy for the item specific. They have that little blue circle, and you want to fill that circle in as much as possible.
Exactly. I basically would go, and I noticed that they kind of separate it through a line. So everything above that line, if you fill it up, no matter what, to me, what I was doing, if it's in something that does not pertain to that item, I just does not apply.
Right.
Because you can't go any further until you do that anyway. So, and it's very easy. So
yeah, the tough one's going to be for clothing resellers, because a lot of that stuff, you know, when it talks about brands and sizes and measurements and you know, the line of clothing and the manufacturer and the, you know, where it was manufactured, that stuff gets tough. So if you
what aggravated me though is when you have all of that in your description part where you check off and fill in and all that stuff, and you still got to put more in it, even though it's in that particular box. So yeah. Right. But I was able to take care of that. I had some clothes that I had to deal with, but it wasn't hard. Isn't it just for one thing? Wait, isn't it just for one thing that's missing? Requires not requirement. Yeah, and that's weird, you know. But you got to do it anyway for it to go. Record Crate says 20-minute CD sale tonight. Don't forget to check out his channel. He also does the morning coffee with vinyl with his channel every morning at 8:30. So make sure you check him out.
I believe Record Crate is in North Carolina too. I believe he's towards the Raleigh area.
I believe so.
Yeah, I think I've talked to him a few times in chats.
Cool. You will love managed payment. Since I've been on it in August, I find a big difference, and it's much better than before. So you're gonna like it.
Sub to Record Crate. It looks like YouTube's up to its old tricks.
Yeah.
I just went over and resub to him.
And that's what's good about when everybody drops their links. You want to make sure and check. It's easy just to right click it, open a new tab, and just make sure you still subscribe to that person. You don't want to miss when they come out with videos, and or like in this case, he's got a sale going on. And he does it on a regular basis. So definitely make sure you still subscribe to Adam over at Record Crate, so that way you won't miss any of the auctions that he's done. Because he's done one last couple of weeks where there was a lot of records that he was doing. So it's almost like a speed round, buy it now kind of thing. It's not really an auction. It's more of a buy it now. You see it, you buy it, and it's done.
Right.
Emily says there's her link. Emily does a mental health type, and she does what's sold and all that good stuff on her channel. There's her link. Definitely check it out. And also don't forget, Diamond Shamrock does a Monday night also with her channel. The Shamrock Pixie does that's Des. She does her show on Monday nights for also those who are part of and want to be part of a good channel for mental health.
Johnny, I appreciate the opportunity. I'm going to actually drop out of here. I got to get
Thank you so much. It was great to hear a little bit more about you and share the knowledge that you have on different things.
I got kids banging on the door. You got to feed kids. I hate that. I hate that part, because you feed them once, you got to feed them twice, and keep feeding them and feeding them.
It's like a stray cat. Once you feed them, they keep coming back.
Right. So I got to get them fed, and they want to.
Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your information.
I appreciate the opportunity, and thanks everybody in the chat for your great questions and allowing me to. I don't know. I don't want to even say share knowledge, but just run my mouth for a little bit. So
well, that was a good thing though, because some people may not know, and you might be able to help somebody no matter what it is you have, to help somebody else think about it when they want to think about getting into that kind of things to sell.
Yeah. So I was glad I was holding down the show for you, get you a few thumbs up.
And thank you for doing that as well. Great trooper for doing that. Thank you.
So, I appreciate it, Johnny. Everybody have a great day, and always
you too. All right. Hello, and welcome to Two Hip Chicks. Paul and Johnny. Love the feeding part. Two Hip Chicks, Dawn and Mary. Don't forget, they do a live show every Tuesday and Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Check them out. Don't forget to subscribe to them. Let's see, try to clear some of mine. Next to mirror, that doesn't change. So yeah, Kajun, why do your comments look so cool? These are the new, last week when I signed into my StreamYard, there was an update on my account. I do pay for the full service, but for some reason, I want to say it was either Thursday or Friday when I went to log in, this was something that came up as far as an automatic update. And so this is the one I chose. You got ones that you could choose like from squares or bubble and that kind of thing. And I like this because of the fact you can also change the color. So yeah, that's why it looks like that. It was just something that automatically was updated in StreamYard. So I don't know when everybody's going to get it or what's going to happen, but that did happen Thursday or Friday for me. I couldn't get the scanner to work. You might need to check and allow maybe your phone to do that. I'll usually ask a question on that. Maybe mine will look like that. Yeah, eventually, when you go to sign on, when you do your live, or whenever you go through anything with StreamYard, it will automatically have to update if it's part of your package that you have, I guess. But when I went on to sign on, it was automatically for an update, so I hit OK. And when I did, all this was there, and you got to go do like a little walkthrough, so to say. And so that's what they had for options. And you can go in and change the colors, and you can change the way it looks at the bottom. This is the one I chose because I like it. And so, yeah, you can also change like where the name is under my bottom of the screen. It also changes that into different colors if you want. There's I'm Brad. He's got his link right there. Go ahead and check out his channel. Okay, that's for Dana. That's why. Thank you so much for sharing your links. Also, don't forget this week, starting today, we'll be putting out a video this evening after lunch where it's going to show you what to do and the rules and regulations on what I'm doing for this 700 sub giveaway I just hit last night. And then the actual giveaway will happen on Monday, January the 4th. So definitely go check it out when it comes out. That way you can see what we have to do and what's going to happen and how the 700 sub giveaway is going to take place. Again, tonight, don't forget bingo, 5 p.m. Eastern. And then Miss Carol will have tonight at her usual 7 o'clock time. She's doing an auction where she's also having Blandine, I want to say Susie Woozy, and I think Dawn on her live tonight on her auction. So definitely check that out. And if you haven't seen the thumbnails yet, don't forget this Saturday, the Royal Auction is back by popular demand. So 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Saturday, you will be able to see myself, Queen Cleopatra, and our new co-host with us, Susanna's Chronicle. It is going to catch me slipping in that coin. Say something crazy. Yeah, that can happen. It's all good though. So, what does everybody have planned for the day? I know it's got the New Year's week. Some people mostly are all on vacation. I know Robert's been on vacation for the last 2 weeks, and he won't go back to work till the 4th. So it's good to have him around, and he's been in the chats every day. So that way you can check him out, comment with him in the chats, and so yeah. Grocery store thrifting, and yeah, I hear that. And of course, the link is at the top if anybody would like to come in and talk about your platform, talk about things you want to talk about. I haven't seen Janet in the chat yet. We're going to go over how to copy and get your link to share in the chats. That was a conversation that came up in the chat last night. I told her if she comes in the chat this morning, I will show her and do a screen sharing for the process on how to do it. So when I see her, if she comes in before we end the show, then I'll go ahead and do that. But I haven't seen her yet. Stitching like usual. Cool. What do you? Oh, that's right. You're making those different design things you do on your website. All right. So don't forget to drop your link too, by the way, for your website and any platform you sell on for all that work you do. Let's see. Showing snowing outside. I got the windows go. Yeah, we had all that. We didn't have much. It was Saturday. We had a little bit, but not much. Not even enough to at least cover the ground after everything defrosted from last week. Thank God. Will you show us? I can if you want. If y'all want that, let me share my screen. Let me get it set up. All right, now let me open up my YouTube. All right. Now this is for those who want to know. Being at Record Crate, went ahead and ask. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Basically, when you go onto your main page, let me do it so you can see the whole thing here. All right, when you go to your main page, you're gonna go up here to your little circle, and that's this is your main page, and this is where you're gonna go to your main information. Go to your channel. When you go here, you want to go to customize channel, or actually you can do two ways. You can actually go right here to the URL right here and actually copy and paste this and maybe put it in maybe a Word document, because that's where I keep mine at. That way it's easier and quicker for me to get to it instead of doing this depending on what computer I'm on. Or you can go right here where it says custom channel. When you go there, this is going to be in your main page. Now, when you do this, it's going to show you all type of things that where you have your main page set up. And this is where you would change like your special featured film video line. Then you have your featured section, all your playlists. This is where you would put all your playlists, and do everything in a playlist here, including any videos or guests that I have been on someone else's channel. So this is where you would create all this up. But to get your link, right here where it says basic information, you can go there. Now, if you add over 100 subs, you will be able to create your new link right here where it says control your URL or your custom URL. Right here is where you're going to put your name or your channel name on it. And this is where you can get and copy and paste it to be able to put them in links and chats. And this makes it easier because you can only do this after you reach 100 subs, where you can go in and control and customize your own URL, where it's going to be a lot easier for you. And then basically you would just cut it, copy it here, and that way you can put it in the links in the chat. Now, if you have a basic number of under 100, you will not be able to do this part. So you would have to actually do the channel one up here until you get over 100 subs. And once you do that, that can be your customized URL for you sharing your link to your YouTube channel. And again, you can get that right in here. And it's under your customization link on the side here. Or again, like I just did too, and just go straight to it. And you can basically, that's where you do your branding, which I need to do my watermark right here. I haven't done yet. But it's a work in progress. I work on this every day, trying to get things done. For what I see, I would like to get improving on my channel. Artist says she's got her channel link, but no content yet. Well, you just never know when you're going to start. So definitely make sure you get the link for it. But anyway, this is how you would do it. And if you want to customize it, you do it right here. And then once you do that, you're set, and then you're done. So that way you can go ahead and reset your actual URL the way you want it. And a lot of times it's a lot easier because then you just have your screen name or whatever you use for your YouTube channel behind it. And that's one of the two ways that you can do your link, or just copy it from the top when you go to your main page. But when you do that, oh, by the way, that's another thing. Whenever you're doing a share link, you definitely want to do this because you can actually mess up if you don't. Let me show this again. When you go up here and you go to put, say for example, you type in somebody's name, and I already have both of my channels here. You can either go to and click the little name up here on, say you're trying to find your link, and this is another way to do it. You'll go to your main page, whatever you type in up here. Anytime you type in KAJ, both of my channels will come up. But what I do is I'll go down here and you want to click on your little link right here. The main page will come up. You have to be on this main page to copy this. Because if you don't, and say you're in, like say the playlist or channel information or discuss or about, then that's what you're going to see up here, that link when you do that. So you want to make sure you're in the home page. And what I do is I refresh it. And I always type in the show up here. So when you do that, you want to make sure you do have the actual link right here. And you can just copy and paste that. I have not checked, I have not saved this one and fixed it yet because I just recently hit 100. And I'm now at 141. But this is where you would come in, you go to your channel, again, make sure you hit your channel and then go to the customize, and you can get it there too. So there's two different ways you can actually do it. Get that off of there. So that's a typical easy way of how you can find it. Well, Don, I like to do that because a lot of people have been asking questions in other chats because they want to be able to share their link in some chats when they can drop the links, and they're having issues finding out how to do it. So that was one of the ways I was going to do that this morning. But I haven't seen Janet yet, so being that Adam asked, I went ahead and did it. I don't mind helping. It's just something that can help those that are new at it. Somebody who's been in the community but don't do videos, at least that'll help them as well when they start getting subs. So I don't mind doing that. I'll enjoy it. All righty. So yeah, if anybody else wants to come on, the link is at the top up there. You're more than welcome to come in, talk about your channel, anything you have special coming up. Let's see. Iris put her eBay store, Etsy store. So there's her links to hers. There's her YouTube channel. She put the link in for her, and I'm already subscribed. She's at 42 subs. No worries. Very cool that you are here to share the knowledge. And that's what I enjoy, because when I first started, no one really went out their way to do this. And I say that because I was in a lot of the chats where, to me, I felt like people, and this is my opinion, some of the channels I was watching, if I felt like I was a burden to them when asking certain questions. And sometimes they don't even see your question in the chat, unless you did like all caps and add and all that stuff. So that's why when somebody asks, I don't mind helping, because I know when I first started, it wasn't like that. So I did say to myself, if I decided to do this live situation, which I did, started a year ago, I always said I will never make sure to do that with anyone again in my channels, in my chats, because I don't think that's right. You know, in any way you can acknowledge someone in your chat goes a long way, no matter how big you get. All right, everyone, I'm going to go ahead and end the show. I want to, well, thank you so much, Wings of Love. You're welcome. And I enjoy doing this. And if anybody ever has questions, don't forget, you can go to my channel videos or bring it to the morning show. And I always check my comments, to where if you make a comment with a question, I will make sure to answer that for you, or I'll go and do a special comment to you and get that answered out to you that way. Had a ton of sales on Christmas, Saturday, and Sunday. All went out today. Cool. So definitely thank each and every one of y'all for coming out every day like you do. We are now new at one point, but knowing and sharing. Yeah. And I enjoy that. And again, I enjoy that because a lot of people that are new are worried about it, or nervous. I've been there, so I know how that feels. So anywho, don't forget to be watching out today for the video. Once I'm done here, I will be putting it up on my YouTube channel, so you can see how you are eligible to win and what to do to get your chance to win prizes that I'm giving away for my 700 sub giveaway that just happened this weekend. So with that being said, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for coming out and supporting and showing your love and support to the channel. As always, you do every day, and it's a blessing to be able to be doing this with each and every one of you. So I will go ahead and, as I always say at the end of each and every show, love always. Love is always free. Please be kind to one another until you meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day. Later.